Hey guys, welcome to Gearing Up. In this one we're going to be focusing more on the software side of things. I usually focus on the hardware, the gear, the amps, the guitars, the pedals. I wanted to kind of show you guys an inside look of what I do occasionally in my Dodge using just software instruments and software plugins. What we have right now is actually we're just going to be using Toontrack plugins. We've got EZDRUMMER 2 and EZMIX 2 open right here. We're going to be using these for all of our sounds. So what we're going to do first is we're actually going to go into EZMIX 2, and I've got my guitar plugged directly in to my Axe-Fx, but I have everything off, so I'm using the Axe-Fx basically as a DI box, and I'm just taking a direct signal from the guitar, which sounds like this. So what I want to do now is I want to use EZMIX 2 to find a good guitar sound. So let's turn that back on, and we're going to go into guitars, amplifiers, and then we'll just use EZMIX 2 here and see if we can find one that catches our eye. Let's use Talking About Love. This is what it sounds like. Pretty cool sound, but I think it's a little wet for what I'm trying to do. So I'm actually going to turn off all the delay and all the flange. So let me go ahead and mute my mic real quick so you can get a true idea of what it sounds like. So yeah, it's actually kind of cool sounding. Don't really have to do much to it. Yeah, let's just stick with that for right now. Let's put this aside and we're going to go over to EZDRUMMER 2. Now I've already kind of queued up some of the drum sounds that I want to work on. So it's just the EZDRUMMER 2 modern library. And we're going to go into mid-tempo straight 4/4. Make it real simple because we're just going to play something simple. We're not writing an entire song here. This is just kind of showing the functionality of the software. Yeah, let's start with an intro. Listen to them real quick and see what they sound like. I'm going to mute this so there's no weird sounds. I think that's the one we're going to go for. The intros were a little boring for me and I didn't want to do that. So we'll pull this variation 4 down here into our track. Now what we can actually do from this is we can double click on that and it'll bring up the edit playstyle menu, which we can actually choose where we want certain things to hit. So our opening hit right now is on this crash cymbal, so it sounds like this. But if we wanted to, we could move that open hit to this crash cymbal, make it sound like this. Okay, say that you're not in the mood for a hi-hat. Let's put it on the ride. Kind of like the hi-hat. Let's put it back on the hi-hat. But I did like this cymbal, so we'll leave that one there. Let's make it do a little more. We can switch this amount and it will increase, basically based on what it thinks a real drummer would do. It'll increase the number of hits played in that track. So let's see what increasing the amount did. Really didn't hear too much. Let's increase it a little more. Yeah, so it's just adding some ghost notes on the snare and a little bit more play on the hi-hat. Sounds cool to me. So let's get out of our play style menu, and we're actually going to drag this into our track. And you can build the whole song in here, but I prefer to actually have it in my track. So we're going to take that, and I'm going to copy it, and we're going to double it, just to give us something to play with. Now let's move on to a chorus. Okay. Let's pull this one down here. I want the chorus to be a little more active, so I'm actually going to take that power hand and I'm going to move it to the crash cymbal. It's a little trashy sounding. Let's try this one. Much better. Like I said, we're not going to get too intense on this one. It's just got to be something simple that we can work with. Okay. Alright, I'm going to shut the vocal mic off now, and I'm just going to kind of go through and play and see if we can get something sounding cool on guitar with this drum track. Okay, I am just going to go ahead and use that riff. I'm going to duplicate this track, and I'm going to set pan left and right. Actually, I want to go about 97%. And I'm going to go ahead and record the left and right guitar track real quick. Cool, easy enough. Yeah, let's listen back to it real quick. For the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this chorus because we're not, like I said, trying to write a whole song here. But I am going to add another track in here. And I am going to go grab a bass, and I will be right back. Okay, I have grabbed a bass. Now we're going to go, we've gone into bass, amplifier, and we've just kind of turned on a couple of these. I don't want ambient, and then the bass toolbox adds in some other effecty type stuff that I don't want. I'm just looking for an amp right now. So I've got the rock stack going here. Let's see what that sounds like. Not too bad. Let's keep looking though. See if we can add a little overdrive to it. I like that quite a bit right there. So let's go back and just record some bass. I think you can already tell that it cuts through decently well, and I haven't done much to it at all. So let's listen back to it real quick. And I know I probably haven't played this perfectly, but this is just a quick run through. Please focus on the software and not my playing. Cool, so now we got everything else recorded. Now we're going to go into our master track, and we're going to add an insert for a master. So we want to go into mastering, we go to EZMIX 2, and I've actually got the mastering 2 pack on here. You're going to hear quite a bit of a volume boost here. I may have to adjust some levels real quick, but I will let it play without the master on, and then I will choose something for you. I think the first one we're going to start with is just our basic master. Right here. Okay, so far that's the sound I'm liking the most, but what I'm not liking is that the bass and the drums are kind of fighting each other. So I'm going to open our bass back up, and I'm going to add in an EQ. And we're going to roll off some of the low end of the bass, which is kind of counterintuitive. But I'm just going to kind of scoop that out a little bit, and I'm actually going to scoop out some of the mids. Let's see if that made any difference. Okay, I put the mids back in, but I think you can see the difference when you don't scoop out the low end of the bass, so the bass drum of the actual drum set itself has a place to sit in the mix. So now we just need to focus on mixing the levels together and making sure that everything sounds right. And yeah, it's as easy as that. The Toontrack stuff is great, and it works really well, really quickly if you're just looking to put down some ideas and stuff like this. So I'm gonna go through and mix, and then we'll jump to what I came to in the final. And as you can see, everything that we've used here aside from an EQ has all been Toontrack Easy products.